To quote the famous words, it's time. T20 World Cup. I have, rightly or wrongly, a good feeling. It's actually a massive couple of episodes because it's a double World Cup year. So this episode, T20 World Cup. Then we get our skids on, we go to New Zealand, and then we have the ODI World Cup next episode. We could cross off 2 achievements. Now, I know you're going to say, Bobby, you're dreaming, mate. Your form is trash. And to those people, I say, that is perfectly valid. There is a lot not to like about what we're doing. But I'm going to give you a couple of reasons to like it. Peter is a game changer with the ball. 28 years old, putting up stats that shouldn't be done anywhere else but a computer game. 61 wickets at 10, 9.3 strike rate, 6.85 on the economy scale. In Simon Duplessis, we've got an all-rounder. We've got a guy that's 108 strike rate with the bat. Maybe need to drop him down. But we've got a guy with 21 strike rate with ball, but a 7.67 economy rate. Lewis has been good for us. Cummings has been good for us. Jansen can, on his day, rock and roll through any lineup with any new ball. Look at the stats from the previous year. The economy rates were through the roof. And the other point is if we look at our T20 stats over the course of the save, year on year, the highest strike rate that we have achieved is this calendar year. Yes, we've only played 6 games, but I am taking it. It's the best strike rate, the best balls per boundary. It's also the lowest balls per out. So if we look at it across everything, it's the highest strike rate and worst average we've had. And the form guide, well, it's not the best, is it? Bangladesh, 8 wicket loss, 9 wicket loss, 7 run loss, lost to India by 10 wickets, 3 runs, but we did pick up a couple of victories along the way. We're going to need more of that. We're going to need more of Peter. We're going to need the redefining form of Aidan Markram, who over the course of the last 2.5 years has dropped down to a 28 average, a 132 strike rate. Brevis is coming of age, and this is going to be our time. Oh, and another thing, in the Stoke, at the top of the order, only 250s, last year put up a 176 strike rate. A lot of this is just convincing himself. Also, we might need to take a look at Dino, who we gave a couple of test matches to. First class career 47, 162 career strike rate. He's just put up a 166 season. The Stoke's out. This could be an absolute disaster. He's out for 10 days. And the spinner of all spinners is only 3 days. I can live with that. We need an opener to play in the T20 World Cup from out of nowhere. Do you remember we had Joshua Richards in the test team for 4 tests? Well, look at the numbers he is putting up. He's 31 years old now, but 2 T20 centuries to his name. Both of them have just come. He averaged 37 with a 157 strike rate. There's been calls in the comments. Proteas of the left-handed variety, smashing up the SA20 in real life. 2 T20 50s centuries, 9 50s to his name. This might be his time from out of nowhere. 146 strike rate isn't that great, but last year 146, 583 runs, a century to his name. But Richards' numbers far outweigh him. The centuries get him in over guys like English and Haynes. So in our group we've got Canada, PNG, where the wife is born, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. So if we look at the bowlers who's done the best for us over the last 2.5 years, Peter's unavailable, but he's definitely one. He's still out injured. Jansen's got to be there. Cummings, 8.1 economy rate, 13 strike rate is very good. DeLang, from the 10 matches he's played in, has got a 9.5 strike rate. I think we're going to have to tap into a bit of that. And we are asking a lot of Duplessis to come in. 11 wickets at 27, but an economy rate of 7.74. And it gives us more bat. However, not all bat is good bat. Still, and I dread to see the comments, so I am about 8 episodes ahead of where you guys are at the moment in terms of watching. I'm looking forward to comments going, Bobby, just pick an opener. The problem is there aren't that many openers that are doing that good a job. And Markram has, for the main of it, been exceptional. What do we get? Oh, a little bit more in it for the spinners. I did not want to see that. I am going to give DeLang the new ball as well. Looking at his stats of a 9.5 strike rate I think it's got to be. Let's go. T20 World Cup time, achievement time. Bowling first. Batting first. Get yourself into the game, Joshua Richards. 5th ball of the game, and he's got lucky. 124 all out. There's a hat-trick in it for a Freedy. The extra bat makes no difference. Well, we've been smashed in 13 overs. Great start. But everything's fine with the world because we've got Peter back, because that was the biggest problem that we had there, right? Also, Cummings going out, keeping Swanepoel. Ackerman going out for Ferreira. Let's go. Win a game because we can bat. I'm going to take a little bit of that. They get 214 for 7. It's a massive, monumental score. Janssen with 3, Swanepoel. But we manage to get 217 for 8. And there's only really one knock that matters, and it's Tristan Stubbs, 90 off 41. Vijoan with 31 off 18. Duplessis 36 off 16. Ferreira with a few. We get enough. We get a win. Now you got to think the game here against PNG is a given. But we do or are not performing that great. We get across the line just, but I've got huge concerns about this bowling attack at the moment. Swanepoel goes at over 10s. He does take 4 wickets, but it's not convincing. Stubbs, again, has got us out of jail. It's a massive do or die game because although we've won 2 games in unconvincing fashion, we've got a net run rate of minus 0.52, so it's not surprising. We need a bloody miracle. Cummins averaging 90. 90. Just economy rates are horrendous. Well, we've done half the job. We've bowled them out for 110. Peter with 3 for 12. Swanepoel 3 for 7. Oh, Sri Lanka against PNG. Oh, they're chasing 183. You never know. Got to win super fast. We get home by 5 wickets in 12 overs. Is it going to be enough? Sri Lanka beat Papua New Guinea by 7 wickets. And it's not enough. It's another failure on the record. Ultimately, it's an absolute calamitous mess. Although we won 3 games, our bowling is responsible for our exit. The flavour starts to change when you get pumped out the World Cup at that sort of stage. It's an incredibly disappointing performance. I honestly thought we'd be slightly better. Going into the New Zealand series, we've got another injury to Peter, who is out for the entirety of the Test series. Does mean Pollard might get to roll his arm over with that 48 average. But hopefully you're appreciating that on the game, that it's a little harder than what it seems, and just because I'm doing rebuilds doesn't mean it's easy. I picked the teams I believe are going to be really hard to do, such as South Africa, because on the West Indies save, like I said, they were the most fair to middling team going. Okay, our bowling attack over the last couple of years in Test cricket, I feel has just fell off a little bit, and I think I'm going to take a few pot shots here, because Swanepoel's been good, Peter's been good, Janssen's been good. Cummings, 25 tests for his 67 wickets at 38 with an 82 strike rate. You guys may have been shouting to the heavens, going, get him out, get him off. What are you doing picking him? Well, the penny's just dropped. What about Rabada? Rabada's averaged 35 over the last 2.5 years at a strike rate of 60. It's an amazing record from a player that's 35 years old. But the last 2 seasons are abysmal. Rabada has gone from the squad. No send-off. If anyone watched the West Indies series, I don't do people's last games very well. He didn't even know he had it. Also, special day, Aidan Markram, 100th Test match for him. That's something else I normally miss out while I'm playing the game. 16 Test match centuries, an average of 39.80. He's now 36 years old. Again, going through a bit of a decline, but at his peak for us, he was exceptional and the best player in the team. Now, I think we need to have a conversation about Test cricket because we're 4th in the world. We've just beat Bangladesh 2-1. We beat India 2-1. And we beat West Indies. So you could look at it. You could look at it and say the form is strong in you, little one. We didn't beat the West Indies. We lost 3-0. We got absolutely annihilated. I felt like it was showing us W's here, but it clearly says West Indies won, West Indies won, West Indies won. So we're coming off a little bit of form, which is an unusual time to make big sweeping changes. But in my opinion, you only can give people so long before it's time. Now, we've gone for a seamers deck. That won't surprise you. Without our beloved Peter. We're going with a 4-seam attack of Jansen, Swanepoel. DeLange coming back in for his second test match. If we look at his first class record, 182 wickets at 25. And Pienaar comes in for debut, 254 wickets at 25. Current year, 52 at 23. Last year, 63 at 24. Excellent player. And we're making a change in the lineup. I'm not sure if he's going to bat at 3 yet, but Marchant Love is the best second team player in the country. Yes, he is. In the game for us. 74 average. He's come into first class cricket. Played 22 games. 43 average. Looks like a decent player. Couple of centuries thrown into the mix. In one-day cricket, he averages 43 T20 cricket. I don't know why we're looking at it. He is a natural number 3, which means we could do that. Just trust the kid, bat him at 3, move Vijohan down 1. But Vijohan, in all fairness, averaged 40 last year. So did Zwainy. We've got a lot of depth with the bat there. We bat down a 9. Here we go. Roll in. 2 test match debutants. And roll in getting skittled for 200. Oh, the misery and oh my days. We have got a wonder kid on our hands. On debut, 23 years old, he bags 226 off 382 balls, 2 sixes, 31 fours, 59 strike rate. He dominates everyone that came before him. The spin, he got the sweep out, played straight. Seamers, smashing the ball through mid-wicket, 226 on debut. We've got a player on our hands. He put on 211 with Stubbs, 168 from Forrester. They both bat beautifully. We get a great partnership from Jansen and Swanepoel as well down the order. By this stage, I was just rubbing it in. I just wanted to keep trying to score at a decent rate, which I feel like for us we probably did. Bat once, bat well, and now give ourselves seamers 3 days to try and take 20 wickets. Step 2, done. We bowl them out for 217, and without Hay and Stead's 110, they wouldn't have got near. Jansen 6, Swanepoel 4. Let's just ignore the fact that Pienaar and DeLange just bowled a few overs and did nothing. And we win by an innings and 251. Isn't the greatest win of all time, but it's bloody good. Is our test team just becoming really legit? Pienaar with 2 wickets. That was quite nice. DeLange didn't take a wicket all game, but the story of the episode, the story they were telling like Alfred the Great in the Lost Kingdom, the story they're going to tell, what they're going to write, is it's not that we did terrible in the World Cup and we're absolute chokers. It's going to be that we have a genuine wonder kid on our hands. We go unchanged. We pick a similar wicket, but this time it could be different. We're bowling first. Payback is a big problem in life. Don't get too cocky on your highs. Be a good sort. We got smashed. We got smashed for 246 by Clark and Wilson. Clark, who did nothing in the first game, he's now averaging 39 from 14 test match. Wilson is now averaging 32. But he scored 116 against us. Bowlers ripped to shreds. And now we're 600 behind him. Probably going to do something similar to what they just did. That's outrageous. Bowled out for 146. Yeah, we don't lose quite as bad. We do score 360 in the second innings. 100 off 99 balls for Tristan Stubbs. Vijohan with 100 as well. 48 for Love. What a strange old series. We smash them and they smash us. Love with the most runs in the series. Markram with absolutely nothing. Goes past his 100th test match looking over his shoulder. Going, hey, there's no openers in the game that can come and take my place. Pienaar, yay, those numbers aren't great. particularly when you won a test match so convincingly. So we split the series with them. It does hurt us in the world ratings, and Test World Championship is nothing but a forgotten dream. ODIs over the last 2.5 years, because we've got ODI World Cup coming up next episode. What have we got? We've got Kirsten and Janssen looking real nice with what they're doing, and Peter as well. Kurtzia, interesting enough, from the 10 games that he played, averaged 21 with a 4.7 economy rate. Cummings, his economy rate is really good, but his strike rate and average is poor. Swanepoel's high, and we know we can't rely on Forrester as the seamer. And with the bat, it's the Tristan Stubbs show. He averages 65. Bettingham averaged a few when he played. Brevis has been good since he came back in. Forrester okay. Stolk not amazing. Marchant Lover's got 2 ODI centuries to his name already. Their T20 centuries got 2 ODI centuries at an average of 43. So just putting him in the squad. Just want to have a look at him, Lois. Zwain, 99 strike rate, 50 average with the bat. Got 21 in the squad. I could do with a squad of 18, to be honest, because I'm quite happy with the 18. Took quite a lot to get that down. Now, he wants us to take Markram out the lineup. I think I'll deal with that in a second. Pienaar comes in, who's just made his test match debut. He's got an excellent record in one-day cricket. Averages 27, 4.9. Economy rate is very, very good. Now, Kirsten has been good for us with the ball in one-day cricket. 24 average, 5.17. Commons has been good in this form of the game. So, I think I'm going to give Pienaar a go. Bringing in Duplessis, who is playing for us in T20 cricket as well. He averages 57 with the bat in one day, as 5.55 economy rate, 36 with the ball. Can't really give him that big a role, but with Forrester, we might be able to bodge together, say 10 overs between the two. So we're going to try that format. We've only got this series before the ODI World Cup next episode, so there's not a lot of playing time to work it out. Other players in the squad, we've brought in Barnard. He's averaging 57 so far in his career, but him and Markram it wants us to have on the bench, so we're going to start off like that. Am I really going to do that to Aidan Markram? He is 36. Last year, averaged 30. Year before, 41. To play at the top level, you've still got to be able to do it. He's averaged 40, almost 40 the last 3 years. This is one down year. I'm not ready to do it. I'm not ready to drop him, but I don't know what change to make, because if we look at the current averages from the season, Stolk and Proteas are both in incredible form. I'm going to have him on the bench for the start. I'm having him on the bench for the start. I think I plan on using him in the World Cup, but I guess these two are in a shootout to see who's going to get the gig. We win by 5 wickets, but there was some good parts. Pienaar comes in and takes 4 for 50. I'm happy with that. Duplessis and Forrester shared about 4.6 and over between 11 overs, which is really, really good. And then with the bat, Brevis was great. Pretorius got off to a good start. Zwainy is a slow scorer, very defensive. Now, he's got a career strike rate of 95, but here it was 50. So there could be a huge advantage to that for us, because if we're the sort of team that gets rolled pretty easy, it might give us a little bit of resistance. But I am slightly concerned about that. What I'm really looking for out this series, I'm looking for one of the openers to take it, because I know Brevis and Stubbs is going to be 3 and 4. Forrester and Duplessis being the two seamers, can they get enough overs between them? And we get a win. 262, Duplessis with 58, Forrester 48. They have both, I like it. I like that in the order. There's not huge scores, but it's enough. 262 is good enough in this instance. Janssen and Commons have been pretty good with the new ball. Pienaar picked up a wicket. 3 wickets for Duplessis. I'm going to take a little bit of that. And I'm happy with the bowling attack. I am. I know what I've got with Kirsten and Swanepoel if something's failing. But generally, I'm happy with that. Happy with the batting. Except this. I need one of you to do something to earn the right to open with Markram. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm casting the vote that we could be right up there in the ODI World Cup because we score 292. We get 108 from Forrester. This kid has batted everywhere in the lineup for us and he's always performed well. He plays slow knocks, fast knocks, gets it done. Stubbs with runs. Opener, huge concern. With the ball, super happy. Ball on Duplessis, it didn't work. Went to Forrester, he bowled 9.2 straight through and took 4 for 29. It's just a fantastic performance from the team. We go into the ODI World Cup feeling damn good about where we are in an ODI team. We're the 8th best team in the world, baby. I don't know if that's something you probably should shout and brag about quite as much, but Stubbs is the number 1 player in the world. Peter's the best test bowler in the world. He's the best ODI bowler in the world, Jansen at 2. And Peter, number 2 in T20 cricket. It's actually a pretty good performance throughout from this whole team. And in fact, we've got a 2nd place in the all-rounders in ODIs. Test match in 4th. ODIs in 8th. T20 cricket still trying to learn what the format is. Next episode, biggie. We do have warm-ups. We've got England. And then we have the ODI World Cup. It is massive. What a time to be alive. Thank you for the support, everyone. We will see you next time.